Hello everybody, it's Joe from JLibby Games coming at you with another cool video / live stream, and today we are back in Planet Coaster, and we are going to be doing more Arrow Valley today, and I can't wait to get into it, because we have still a lot more to do here in Arrow Valley, and I can't wait to get more into it and just really do some really cool stuff. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be creating just a little bit, start a little bit of some environmental stuff. So what that means is we're going to be using the sculpting tool, and we're going to be creating just some nice little formations back here behind the park, just to give it a little more oomph, a little bit difference to the rest of the park, since it's going to be a little bit. Make the world look a little different than what it is. So we're gonna literally just kind of, and you know, this for the most part, this park is on flat land, so we're not gonna be doing a whole lot difference to this section. So we're just going to be changing it up just a little bit to make it do a little bit of some different things here. There we go. So we're just going to create some hills, maybe even a body of water, I don't know yet. Just something to kind of distinguish this area out just a little bit more, to make it a little bit more interesting. We're going to use the smooth tool just a little bit to smooth out some of those rough spots to make it a little bit better. As we got some of those. As we create the environment for this park, what we're going to be doing is we're obviously going to be working on some environment stuff, and we're also going to be working on a couple of things in the park too, just to kind of get it closer to that finish line. That's what we're looking for, is to get to that finish line and get one step closer to our next park, which will be Time City, and I can't wait to start that project fairly soon. I'm gonna have the first episode of that sometime this month at one point, but don't have an official date. It's just when, pretty much depending on these parks here that I'm finishing up first before we get into any of that fun stuff. So I'm gonna finish Arrow Valley for sure before I get into Time City. You know, there's a little bit of part of me that's just very impatient and just wants to get to that park very soon, but I know we have to take care of some business first before we get too far. That is certain right there. We have some business still to take care of with these parks, because we still have this. There's probably going to be an episode or two left of Rustic City. I still want to finish up the Celebration City as well, and those are gonna all come together hopefully very nicely. All right, so we're creating a little bit of some. We're gonna get all of our trees in here and just kind of fill this area up. I got an idea for the next section. I think instead of doing this, we're gonna not waste any time, and we're gonna actually I actually created a tree cluster blueprint to help with stuff like this, instead of having to place each individual tree. I think it'll be a lot easier but I'm gonna have to go in and do that first. But I'm not gonna do it here because I already started, but we'll get into that. It gives me a chance to just kind of talk through a couple things and everything like that. I'm very shocked that not many people have joined this live stream. Maybe it's because of school, I don't know. I know a lot of people even watch me even when they're in school, so that's kind of fun. But maybe it's just the timing, I don't know. But everyone will get a chance to watch this anyways, so it will all be fine in the long run. So I have nothing to do, and I first want to apologize for not getting a video or live stream out yesterday. I was still working on YouTube stuff, but I was working on a new project which takes a lot of time and editing, so I was unfortunately couldn't get the content out, any content out yesterday, unfortunately, because I have a project that I'm working with one of my friends that we're going to be getting in a nice, a very nice series going, hopefully. And it's actually non-Planet Coaster related, so I hope it turns out well and that people check it out when it does come to the channel. So, but that will be saved for that moment when it comes. So it's just a lot of fun editing in that video that I'm working on as well. Lots of editing. When you have a lot of editing, things can get a little hectic and hard to get some time to do, because you have to find time to get all that stuff going as well, which is always an interesting thing. Alright, so I did get everything changed, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I did get everything changed. So that's interesting. Interesting. Well, I haven't had a single comment on this live stream. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, maybe it's a school thing. I didn't change anything, did I, to make it to where no one could see it? It is public. Which is interesting. Interestingly enough. I must have just chose a bad time. Who knows? But that's okay. We're gonna get stuff done today, and I'm gonna try and get a second video or live stream out today to try and make up for yesterday. So you can look forward to that. I might even get a couple things out today. Who knows? I just know I have to make up for the lost time, the lost stuff from yesterday, since I didn't actually get anything done. Or I did get stuff done, but I didn't actually get anything out posted yesterday. But we'll soon change all that. And stuff will get done. So what we're gonna do for the other areas is over here in Blueprints, I actually have a tree cluster blueprint here, which is just full of trees. And this is great for, you know, when you're trying to create stuff like this. And you're just trying to create forests and pretty much just large amounts of large area of trees and stuff. It works pretty well. So that's what we're going to be doing. But be warned, it can kind of freeze up your PC a little bit if you're not too careful. Since there are a lot of trees in each cluster, but it just closes up the gap. And it's just a little bit faster to really get all this locked up and completed, you know. Just a little faster. There's the comments. Hey guys, glad to finally see some life. that someone's alive out there. Thankfully. I was starting to beginning to worry just a little bit. Have I seen the new Wicker Man new coaster for 2018? No, I haven't. Is it something that was just announced or new? I don't know. For Alton Towers. Oh, that one. I gotcha. So I would say yes, I have, kind of. In a way, I have. Alright, look at this forest. It's coming together. This is another one of those parts that just, you know, you don't like to get through, but you have to. Especially for my parks. I like to have my parks, you know, pure and just to have an environment around it. Even if it means lots of trees. If you know what I mean. Glad to see some people are finally starting to get in here. But here we are. And Arrow Valley, just trying to close in more and more gaps each and every episode. That's what we're doing. Alright, so what we can do, I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, that's path. That's been there since like the first episode almost, if not the entire time. As you can see, we're finally getting some green in there surrounding the park. I did the edges myself, but now we gotta expand just a little bit here. Kind of finish it up. So I'm very much happy that I have these tree clusters pieces, because they're just a little bit a lot nicer to use, because make things just a little bit easier overall, because all you have to do is plop them down and you got quite a bit of area locked up with trees. And you know, it works. If I can click on it, what's going on? Alright, so limited space that we can do over here. We almost got all this completed. Once we get this completed, we're going to go into the park and really just finish up some more stuff that needs to be finished. You can see this forest starting to take shape. This is like JLW Games' dream. Nothing but lots of trees. Alright. Make sure my ringtone is off this time. See, I also have like bushes in these tree clusters as well. Complete with bushes. What's so obstructed about that? Fine. We'll go right there. Alright, just a little bit of space left. As we got this corner done here in just a minute. See, I wish there was a lot more trees just in the background spawning while I do this. Because there's like no trees beyond this. Which makes it kind of go, what? Oh, we got a little bit on the backside here. Still. Oh, we still have this entire corner too. My mistake. I thought we were like a lot closer than what I thought we were, actually. So that's okay. We'll get all this fun stuff done eventually, you know what I mean? And then we'll get into a little bit more, some more interesting parts here in a little bit once we get in the park. Here we go. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Alright, still got this corner. I don't ever really bother rotating these just because they're just the trees in the distance that no one's gonna notice as much. They're just kind of there, so we don't have to worry about them too much. Alright, this is beyond the border, but that's okay. We're just going to fix you up to be as, whoops. I hate it when I click on it, it doesn't do anything. It's like, I am clicking on you. So there's just a little bit of pinch of, why aren't you doing anything when I click on you? Just a little bit after the border here that we can build into. It's the extra pieces. Like when I stop, it always like decides not to work. Okay. Fantastic. But as you can see, there's still room for expansion in the park, which is a good thing. And we got this basic parking lot that I made, which which I'm not the most proud about. I'm more proud about what Time City's gonna have overall. Time City's just gonna be great. Like, oh, I'm so excited. But glad to see some people finally joining the stream. I was getting worried there for a second. I'm like, no one's watching. You know what I mean? I was like, does everyone not like me anymore? Am I adding flat rides? I don't know. We're just finishing stuff up. That is what we're gonna be doing. If flat rides means we can finish some stuff up, then yeah, sure. Go. There we are. Didn't get a notification. I haven't changed anything, I don't think. I don't even think I control that. I think you guys control it. No? Notifications? I'm gonna go to my settings here to make sure nothing got changed. I don't know if I control that at all. License. May have bumped something, I don't know, to make something basic. Everything's public. Advanced settings. Recording date. There's no options on here. I couldn't tell you. Could not say. Well, apparently no one really got any notifications, because this has been interesting to see that not a whole lot of viewers that are usually here are not here. Like 5 watching, that's very abnormal. Not saying that you like, oh, I normally get lots of views. No, I'm like, it's just abnormal for like no one to be here. Alright, so we gotta create some sort of border. That's what we're gonna do. So to do that, I'm gonna place one of these down, and we're gonna head into fence. We're gonna have one of the tall fences as well, as this leads to a ride perimeter. So we don't want no one getting into that. Alright, that'll do right there. And now we are just going to copy this around without ink snap. Because this will be with the T-Rex coaster right back there. So we don't want anyone getting near that perimeter. Another border done. Man, I still gotta do these too. What am I doing? I got some right here I can use. Custom fences and rock work are the worst. I don't know how we come up with that conclusion. Custom fences can be whatever you want them to be. I think the rocks are pretty good. What's wrong with the rocks? Are they, or do you mean just they're worse to deal with? Maybe that's what you mean. I don't know. So I will say they can be a load sometimes. Alright, we're getting stuff done. Alright, so we're gonna get this done over here, and we're gonna find something else to do once we get this completed. Literally can't see this, so I don't think it's gonna matter too much if I get it slightly off. Thanks, bushes. Looks like we need some more scenery pieces over here too, like benches and bins and stuff like that, because it's something that's missing over here. Alright, we're almost around. Which reminds me, I do need to get in and make the logos for all the rides, but of course then I have to come up with the names and everything for the rides too. Oh, great. That's always fun, because then you get the people that get upset that you didn't use their idea. You should have used my idea for that name. It was the best out of all of them. What was the name of it? Roller coaster. Roller coaster is the best name for a roller coaster. Right? I need to add more of these vista points too, where guests will take pictures and everything like that. It's always fun to see your guests having fun and taking pictures of your park. It's kind of a nice little touch that they added. Final piece is always the fun one to try and fit in here. Just like that. Beautiful. Oh, man, we still have all this over here, too. I'm just going to name each roller coaster. Roller coaster 1, roller coaster 2, roller coaster 3, roller coaster 4, roller coaster 5, and roller coaster 6. And then, you know, it'll be perfect. And then the flat rides are going to be flat ride 1, flat ride 2, flat ride 3, so on and so forth. It's brilliant if you think about it. Super brilliant. Excuse me. Look in Steam chat. As far as I know, this is not Steam, but I'm assuming you mean stream. And don't worry, I do. I just sometimes don't respond to stuff unless I feel I need to respond to it. So I get that a lot. Why don't you look at the stream chat and or the stream's chat? And I'm like, I am looking at it. I'm like, just because I don't say something about what every single person has said doesn't mean I don't look at it. I'm always monitoring it. I'm always monitoring it. It's just that sometimes it's delayed and it's just kind of eh. I meant Steam chat. He said it again. I'm sorry, I'm not like laughing at you or anything. I just think it's funny. Steam. Not stream. Oh, so you actually meant stream. Okay. But I do look at it. I just don't respond on Steam. I have a lot of people that just are always doing that. And I do look at it. I do look at all those messages I get on Steam and stuff. All those chat stuff. I just usually don't respond to those. It's either that or mostly because I'm not online. Is this rotating? I guess not. Oh. I feel like it's taking forever just to do this one thing. Curses me being a slow builder. It's the worst thing in the world when you're a slow builder. Don't ever be a slow builder like me. Things just take too long. way too long. I'm very bad at just like everything's gotta be perfect. But it's so true, everything's gotta be perfect. Fighting textures out of here. Bam! My goodness, I don't want to have to do all that. One of my least favorite things is doing like sidewalks and fences and stuff like that, because there's just so many sometimes, because most of it's always custom for me because I don't use the in-game stuff. Just because I think it's like, in-game stuff, you know? I just don't use it on the in-game curbs and fences. Sometimes I do. There's a lot of instances I do, but like most of the time I don't. Alright, so we're going to use this fencing because it's essentially going to be a perimeter fence for that, so it has to be pretty tall, pretty large. I can't believe it's already been 43 minutes. Just a pinch, not even noticeable. At least that's the goal. And we're gonna head down this way. I hate it when I get to these moments. These are my least favorite moments right here. That's okay. You get that one awkward spot sometimes. Just because we're just trying to fill up that area. That one spot. Sometimes they're nice. Sometimes they line up perfectly, and sometimes they don't. We're gonna rotate around right here until we get to the entrance of the log flume, I believe. You know, I've been seeing the stuff on about your Discord comments. Everyone's just like, Discord, Discord, Discord. I've been seeing those, don't worry. But I already have so many different things that I can't even keep up with in the beginning. Anyways. Just everything. It'd just probably be one of those things that I never use. I want to get into all that stuff. It takes I just want to wait till the channel grows a little bit more before I do too much. Just like merchandise and stuff. I have merchandise available. I don't think one person's bought a thing, so... But that's okay. It's always there. It's not like I get like any money for it anyways. It's just there for you guys. I think I get like $1 per purchase, maybe $2, depending on what it is. So it's not like a money maker for me. But no, I do want to do all that stuff. I really do. I just want to wait till, you know, we grow a little bit. And the only way I'm going to be doing that is expanding my channel more. And this is something I'm going to be looking into doing very, very soon. As we're going to be expanding the channel more into new directions. Planet Coaster is always going to be there. It's not going anywhere. Same amount of content, all that stuff. The only difference is we're going to be adding new content with some new stuff. So, don't want anyone to freak out about that, because it's all going to be there. It's still going to be there. Nothing's changing, except stuff is going to be added. And I've been talking about this all the time. I talk about all the time that I'm going to be adding more content, and it never ends up happening. And I hope it works out. And what I mean is, like, when you get those when we get those times, you know, where I say that and I end up posting something, no one watches it, or someone goes on there and just comments saying, hey, this isn't a Planet Coaster video, where's the Planet Coaster videos? And I'm like, they're still there, I just posted something different. And I kind of want to start off slow, you know, maybe do other simulation games. Start off kind of different. I just want to play, I just need to expand and do other things. If you notice, sometimes I do, every once in a while, do Madden videos or just some other kinds of videos and stuff. And lately, the last couple ones that I've done actually are getting more than 10 views. You know, I mean, it's all about me enjoying what I do, of course, and you guys enjoying the content. That's what it's all about. So, views don't really matter on that one point, but if not even a single person's watching it, you know, you kind of get that feeling. You always tend to get that feeling when you're like, man, why am I even putting all this effort into this? Because it takes more effort to make some of those videos than Planet Coaster videos. Because Planet Coaster videos, for me, are almost effortless. You know, you don't have to do too much, especially like obviously live streams. You don't have to do anything except live stream. And then when you do go into these other videos that I tried to do, the effort is just so much more for it to not get as noticed as much. You know what I mean? Maybe I just need to do more promoting. I don't know, but I know most of my subscribers and fans are usually here just for Planet Coaster content. I even know one of my fans personally, pretty much, who said if I posted other stuff that they wouldn't watch it, pretty much. And it's just like, man, that's like not giving something a chance, you know? Because I'm gonna be putting a lot. This new series that I'm working on has nothing to do with Planet Coaster, and I'm putting a lot of effort into it. Okay, putting a lot of effort into it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I appreciate those viewers that usually watch stuff, even though it's not Planet Coaster related. Sometimes it's really nice. But I just want to grow the channel in a new way. you know, I hate to say it, but you're not gonna get a million subscribers off of a channel that just does Planet Coaster. It's not gonna happen. You can 100,000 at max. 100,000 at max, you know what I mean? But if you do more stuff, if you do a variety of things, you can bring in a lot of different audiences to the channel, and it just is really nice. It adds to it. But again, people get worried that I'm not going to do Planet Coaster as much or stuff like that, which is not true. Planet Coaster is always like my #1 thing because it's like my favorite game, you know? So it's not like it's going anywhere. It will always be present on the channel. In fact, we're about to do the biggest project ever on in Planet Coaster afterwards, after we're done with these. You know, and there's just so much out there. So much world to be explored. I just have the urge to do more, you know. And now's really the time to do it, when I have time on my hands to do it, you know. And that's the reason why I didn't have a video yesterday, is because I was working really hard on this new thing I'm gonna experiment with to see how well it does. It's gonna be funny, charming, and just lots of fun. There we go, we got all of that taken care of there. This one is taken care of to that point. Alright, this is an instance where I will use the in-game stuff here. For like just a fence, because that's all it's needed is a fence here. And just to that point. That's one random, just one little example that I'll use, that I use it on. Okay, so now we're gonna finish this up with some curbs over here. And we really are just in the nitty-gritty of just trying to finish up areas, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Alright, are you ready for this? Get rid of those ugly fighting textures. Alright, so we got this little section here, and this area will be good. I just thought of another area that's going to need a lot, and it's going to be the back section of the park, which has like nothing in it still, and there's still so much open space in different spots. Especially for like curbs and stuff like that. I'm not looking forward to that part. That's for sure. But that's okay. We're gonna get all this done one way or another. Have you missed much? You haven't missed really much. Even if you skipped this episode, you probably wouldn't miss much. We were just doing we did some environmental stuff in the background of the park, and now we're just working on some more filling in the gaps and just kind of finishing up certain sections and areas with like mostly curb work. Custom curb work is what we're doing right now. we are. One more piece should do it. Possibly. It's a lot hanging out there. But it's alright, because we will get rid of the fighting texture and we're good. That's good right there. I might even throw a curb section just right here. If I can even get myself lined up here. Is everyone having a good day so far? It's already afternoon, my goodness. I slept in quite late today. You know, just because I can. I also stayed up pretty late last night. Alright, this will merge over here. Alright, let's find a half piece. Finish this up over here. As we're just going to cover this up and merge it together. And it'll look beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. You can see we got the just the drop tower in a nice little flat zoned area right there, and I love it. All right, this is all come together quite nicely now. As we get some park benches in here. And bins, just a couple over here. Possibly a couple right here. Giving our guests a lot of options of where they want to sit. That's what we want to do. Give them a lot of options to sit and a lot of options just to be free of what they want to do. If they want to sit in a certain area, they can sit in that certain area. We're not going to stop them from sitting there. That's what that bench is there for. For crying out loud. Like, yeah. Look at that. Those custom curbs just add on to it. It just, I feel like, gives the park just that little bit more of depth to it. You know, it just gives that little bit more of the depth that we need. That's what it needs. Okay, so for the most part, that is all done. Oh, we have another curb area that we have to do yet still right here. We're going to try and finish it as fast as we can using these curbs here. Like I said, I'm just at the point where I just want to finish stuff up. No more ignoring these spots that need to be done. No longer ignoring it. Remind me just to use in-game curbs next time. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, Time City is probably going to be using a lot of custom stuff. A lot of custom stuff. Very, very small amount of in-game stuff will probably be used and all that. So after we do get this done, I will be working on a cinematic video and also a park walkthrough like we did with Tony McCoaster. I hope you guys enjoy those walkthroughs because those take many hours. It actually takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours just to film it because I actually use Cheat Engine to slow down the game. That way it's actually running in proper speed and everything with great frames per second. And I literally have to sit here and use my keyboard to make sure he's walking slow enough to walk through the park. And I just walk through the park like that, the entire park, just like that, looking at all the rides and attractions and all that stuff, and literally it takes a long time. We'll be doing a grand opening ceremony, kind of like what we did with Westwood. Might green screen it a little bit, I don't know, that was always fun. So just remember, this one is very, very different from Westwood. It's a completely different style, and that was the thing. I was like, what's the furthest kind of style I can go away from Westwood to make a different kind of park? And it was an amusement park, you know, that is literally just about rides and amusements and not all about theming, you know. And that is kind of what Arrow Valley is based off of. And Time City is going to be completely different from both of them. It is going to be a heavily themed theme park, but it's going to have it has a lot of stuff inspired by it. And what I mean by that is it's going to have like a Disney-esque kind of inspiration to it, mixed with a bit of time traveler inspiration to it, but also mixed with a lot of different things, since it's going to have a lot of different time periods that you're going to be walking through. Essentially, it's going to be like 3 to 4 parks in one park, and you're going to have to use the time machine to travel to each of those locations. And I've been practicing a lot of different stuff. I've been practicing my parking lot skills. I've been practicing parking. I've been practicing my how I'm going to be doing the monorail to each section, because it's gonna be the time traveling device, so it has to have that feel that you're time traveling as well. So all that has to be taken into account. But with all the talk of that, we must not forget the parks that are currently being built, like, you know, this one right here, and Rustic City, and Celebration City, and etc. Because they are great parks in their own right as well. That is going to make a big splash into the JLW Entertainment chain. For instance, Westwood is adding a new coaster for 2018 as well, Canyon Runner. What's new for 2018, which we all know is going to be Canyon Runner at Westwood, the addition of Arrow Valley, the addition of Celebration City, and what else is there? I think that's actually the main points I was going to make already. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit. Get rid of any fighting textures that we don't want to have. That's it. And there we go. Alright, that curb is all taken care of now. We are pretty much, I think we got almost pretty much everything over here that we need to get. Curb-wise and fence-wise. That was the idea of what we wanted to do, is get all that fun stuff done. Now we're going to be heading out over to the back side of the park, which still needs a lot of work. This area right here obviously is still fairly blank and empty, so we have to change that. As you can see, we need to do some curb work, some fencing work, and possibly just some more shops and facilities that need to be added. So over here we have a hot dog squad, we have a restroom back here in the back of the park, which is something that we desperately needed. And we have the queue line and everything just for the amazing Giga Coaster, which is an incredible sight to see. Still love how it turned out. Have I ever thought about doing a theme park that is inspired by a UK park like Alton Towers or Thorpe Park? I don't know. I don't know how you would inspire. I mean, I could inspire them from one of those parks, but I don't know how you would inspire it properly. Exactly, because I've never been to one, and I don't know how soon I would ever be able to get to one. As much as I would love to visit one, I just don't know. If I had the funds to do that, I would definitely go out there and check those parks out for sure. It sounds like it would be a ton of fun. And that's the point of parks, to have as much fun as possible. You know? Alright, what we're doing now is creating kind of like the sidewalk part of the pathway. It's kind of what it's going to be, I guess. And we're going to put another shop/facility right here in this empty spot. I think it will fit well. So let's do it to it. I'm gonna start with the shop/facility here, and what I'm gonna do is I need to get another drink shop over here, because I don't think we really have any. We have a hot dog squad right there, and we have some restrooms right there, but no drink stall for a while. So I think it's a good idea to get a nice drink stall here to keep our guests nice and hydrated. So we have Pip Shot smoothies, water, gulpy soda. We can stick with soda. Guess might like soda. Kind of put it in the corner here. That'll be fine. Will work quite nicely. And we're going to get a nice looking texture for this. Let's go ahead and go with the painted wood. We're gonna go ahead and paint it gulpy colors. Green. Gulpy green, as I like to call it. And again, this is gonna be just kind of like a stall, so it's kind of going to be a small little stand, pretty much. That's all it's gonna be, really. Still gonna put smooth concrete on top here. It's gonna have a flat roof with the extended kind of we'll use this. I'm gonna have to change the grid height so we can put this properly on top here. It's a very square stand, but that's how it's supposed to be. And now we're gonna add some beautiful little details that will look nice for this stand as we create the gulpy stand that everyone wants to visit, because who doesn't like gulpy? Kinda want one of these Gulpy. Gotta love what Gulpy has accomplished through his days here in Planet Coaster. Let's go ahead and make these kind of yellow to kind of set the mood of the Gulpy restaurant here. I'm going to put that there, and we're going to adjust the sign, center it out between these just a little bit better. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. I'm going to put some of these on the corner as well. And now it's time for a couple of windows, which I'm going to lower just a little bit. And we are going to put the Gulpy awnings on here as well. Just like that. Beautiful. You can always do so much detailing with very little detailing, if that makes sense. Alright, so I'm going to add just a couple more pieces here to make this building just a little bit more interesting. I'm going to add that texture there, just to be a little bit more extra. Great, and we're going to add the aircon units on the top of the building. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to put a small door on the side here, kind of represent like a employee entry to the building, kind of. I'll put a window on top of that. And for the most part, it can remain pretty blank. We don't need a ton of details on the sides and stuff. Put a couple of windows just to make it feel a little bit better. It's like kind of like that. Nicely done. One thing I want is the corkscrew supports as well. Something I haven't been able to find. I think I heard they actually added supports to them, interestingly enough. I'm going to go ahead and save, because we all know how important saving your parks are. Very, very important. So I'm actually going to test this out. I'm going to get an Aero Looper here, the American Aero model. I'm just going to place it down right here because I just want to see. It's under rolls. There it is. Oh yeah, it's not gonna have any supporting there. But I'm just curious. I see it doesn't have the supports that we want. But I've seen blueprints of Aero coasters that actually have the supports on it, and they weren't actually at all right here. This one right here. And they weren't actually, they were actually genuine. They weren't scenery pieces. You can't delete them. Look at these. They're actually part of it. And I'm sitting here, how? And they're the actual corkscrew pieces. See, that's actual corkscrew piece. When I delete it, it gets rid of it. So I don't know how these, because I want these supports in the thing, in my in there, but they're not available. I can't find them, and it's just a normal corkscrew, like so. As you can see, corkscrew entry left, corkscrew exit, corkscrew left, or is it a full corkscrew that triggers that? Oh. This piece right here, corkscrew left. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see if we can't just alter what we've already built here. So I'm going to go edit track, and we're going to delete some of these pieces. I don't really want to. We got the undo button if needed. There's the corkscrew piece, but it's like completely messed up for some reason. Maybe we have to have the entry and then we do this. Aha, there it is. Beautiful. Still no supports. Probably because the pathway's in the way, actually, I bet. Would not doubt it. How do you stop autosaves? Well, just like any other game, you would have to go to the settings, and you would probably have to go to the game. Maybe not game, maybe it's more in, let's see, we got interface, graphics. Camera. Maybe it's maybe you have to be in the menu, I don't know, but I think you can turn them off, but I don't see why would you want to, just in case. Autosaves are lifesavers. And they're not like permanent files either. They like, I think they disappear after a while, actually. So. Alright, so now it's time to create some interesting pieces here. I want to build, I want to do custom supports on this, but I don't know where to start. That's the thing, I don't know where to start here. I guess we can start in the scenery pieces and head to art shapes. Get this small piece here. Make this the same color. Oh, brilliant. That is the same color. And make sure this is connected. I kind of want to make it more modern style, so something a little different here. Alright, so we have black supports. I'm going to do that to you. Alright, now it's time to make something happen here. Well, this is definitely one of those vista points where you have to get a picture with. For sure. Angle you up. As we get this custom supporting going. Why did you change color? And then of course we'll get some nice footers and stuff for these as well. Now I can rotate one of you over here. And actually get rid of the angle snap here. And make just kind of like an extra support here. This next one is going to be yellow. You right there. And now we'll do this. And we'll have a diagonal support. I do understand the, when it auto-saves, it does lag it out for a second, because it's trying to save it for you. But I'm pretty sure there is a way, but I don't know. I thought it would just be right there in settings, but I don't want to be without it. Sometimes it can be a lifesaver. Unless you're just very good at saving very often, you know, and if you are, that's awesome. It's a good thing. But not everyone is. I would consider myself okay. Not remembering that stuff, but you know. Okay, so I'm gonna add a building piece here real quick. Just one of these. And we're gonna use that to, since I didn't make this building like an idiot, we're gonna do the multi-selection tool. I'm gonna select everything. What we wanna do is select everything but we just want to pretty much fuse these together. Alright, all that's together. Just gotta do a couple clicks here now. And we can save this as a building. There we go. That way we can just click this and literally just copy it. Because we're just going to copy it to the other side. And this is going to be like our custom corkscrew support. It's a more modernish kind of support. Again, this is present day, so arrow loopers don't get made anymore, so we got to keep that in mind. And we can adjust these as well to what we need them to do. So I don't want that to be in there too deep. Alright, now we just gotta get an extra one of these, and voila. Probably get rid of this support right here. If I can. What? Alternate supports. Track time. Oh, all what? I think it doesn't matter because everything's in the way. That must be how you do it. You just click alternate supports, maybe. Didn't know that was a thing. Alright, now to get some custom footers in there. We'll get some footers in there. Let's get some footers in there. I like footers. Foot. So we got this round one. We also have... This is the one I use the most. And you can see it kind of, unless you're really looking at it, it looks like the same, pretty close to the same footer as the other ones. Which is brilliant. There we go, now they have footers as well, and those look pretty decent. Alright, that is a Vista point right there for sure. Vista kind of point for your stuff. Alright. Alright, these are all connected. Yes, they are. See, I wish I could have the option to kind of choose which side of the pathway I want to have the curbs and fencing, you know? If I just wanted one side Otherwise, I would totally do this, you know? I would totally make it that way. But since I can't, it doesn't work very well in that regard, so... Which leads us to have to do more custom fencing and just fun stuff like that. But I think I'm going to do something a little bit better, and that might give it just a little bit more, you know, pizzazz, and that's more of hedges. Hedges work really well in some of these, most part. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the line to surface. We're going to lower this down a little bit. And they work very well as a barrier, and I can place them very easily. I just need to all I have to do is rotate them like this, and I can just get them on the side of the path here. Why they're not up on each side very well. What is going on here? I want them more like that. Alright, let's try this again. We're just gonna start over. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start over. And align to surface is off, so that's better. Let's keep it that way. Please. Just want it to be flawlessly connected. That's all I want. There we go. Beautiful. Brilliant. Fun stuff. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get all these down, because who has patience these days? He's getting lower. Oh, I forgot about the terrain difference. Ogres. Forgot that the terrain changes over here just slightly. It's okay, it's going back up. Look at that. There's just that slightest little hill that affects everything. Look how high it is now compared to on that side. It's kind of funny. So we're on episode 22. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's gonna take 30 episodes. I was thinking around 30, but now I'm kind of having second thoughts saying, it probably won't get up that high, to be honest. I'm very curious of how many episodes Time City's gonna take. I'm sure it's gonna be way more than 30. Maybe even 40 or 50. Who knows? Westwood took about 40 episodes. I think it's because all the theming items and everything, it was just a little bit more complex than this one. When it comes, you know, to like theming purposes, it took a little longer for each area just to get the theming down and stuff. This one, there's no theming, so you can move along a little bit quicker. And it's just a little bit different. There we go. Huh, nice. That's a way to get something started. Should add just a couple of decorative hedge trees here, whatever they're called. Yeah, that's nice. That looks nice. It looks pretty good. Not a whole lot back here. You got a bathroom, a hot dog squad, and a couple of roller coasters, of course, but alright, so what we have left to do over here is really just more of a fencing thing. And this is like a perimeter fence for the wing coaster here. I've been coming back to it off and on. This is gonna be a hard turn. Get those hard turns, it's just kind of, eh. Alright, this is going to be a hard turn, but I know what I'm going to do for that. We'll fix it. There we go. I figured I'd make this one go around here since there's the huge dive loop. I think that's what it is, yeah. No, Amusement, sorry. Not a dive loop, it's an Amusement, you dummy. I think by maybe next episode we're gonna do some water fountain stuff. That ought to be some good fun. Alright, so basically for this, I'm just gonna grab the brick texture and kind of add it as a path cover. It's kind of like this for this one spot. Cover up that green grass. Alright, all we should have to do now is rotate this one accordingly. Hopefully, yeah, that'll work for right now. Work pretty well. See, I like these tall fences. They work good for like perimeter fences near actual pathways because they look good. And you don't want any guests, you know, getting in that area for sure. rotate you just a little bit. Ah. My question to you guys is, what is your favorite video game genre? Is it simulation games or something else? I think my favorite is simulation games. I enjoy first-person shooters like everyone else, but even though I'm not very great at them, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't enjoy them as much as everyone else, but because I'm just not good at them at all. But I would say that my favorite is probably theme park simulation games. Just simulation games in general, too. Alright, I can make a cover on that. Let's do this again. See, it's kind of cheating in a sense, but it's okay. Ooh, simulation games and build survival games. I love build survival games too. That's really good. Those are really nice. I like those myself. I do like survival a lot. And especially ones where survival games where you have to build and stuff. Those are really good. Love seeing all the support structures for like my rides and stuff. It's really cool to see all those in action. Alright, we're gonna be building this all the way to that building back over there. Keeping our guests out of this area. Alright, this should be low enough. Need this track, that'll be alright. Alright, we'll cheat there. Like we always do. I feel like I could possibly put a shop here. It's not a whole lot of room. It would just have to be a small stand. Of some sorts. Which I think I might actually do. Because I don't really want to put the fence going here. I feel like it could ruin this picturesque moment area, so I don't want too much in the way there. So we're gonna put another shop here. This is gonna be a very small stall, just a little stall. But what should we put? Let's get anything to let's see, we have Cosmic Cow ice cream there. Do we have Cosmic Cow milkshakes, though? That's the question. Any Cosmic Cow milkshakes? I don't think we have any milkshakes. We should have milkshakes. Another drink stall. But literally, all we're going to be doing is, this is going to literally be a tiny stall. Because that's all it is a stall. And it's going to have just a little bit of a piece there. And a see if I can find the right texture again. I'm gonna make this that light blue. Oh, and we gotta turn down grid height. Go, angle snap here. Nice. Alright, we're gonna do all sign. Shop signs, cosmic cow, milkshakes. That's ice cream, we want the milkshake sign. Cosmic cow. And the second color will be that light blue. Just gonna have a little doorway. Just a couple more extra detail. Like I said, it's just going to be a little stall. So there's not much to it. Let's add a little bit of lighting to it. See if I can move this just a pinch closer. There we go. Haha! Yeah, I plan on putting a staff building somewhere. Just don't know where I'm gonna put it just yet. Try and just do this way, because I think it's already as high as it goes. This edge is tall enough to be a perimeter fence, so we can use it. And it's a pretty fence, because we want to keep this nice and pretty. Right there. Especially when you're walking around here, you want to make sure it still looks good. You know what I mean? We're gonna do a couple of bushes. This area. I just like having those, I love the rides that just go over the pathways. It's really, really neat. Kind of a nice idea. But we gotta do some more brickwork there. Pretty much just alongside this path, which actually won't take too long, but I think I'm gonna save it for another episode. So I have something else to do, but we got a lot of just basic finishing touches done, which is nice. But look at this park. It is starting to come together. We got trees everywhere. We got the ride skyline. The park is just hands down beautiful, and it's going to really be something when it is completed and stuff. I like the little custom supports, even though they're not the the corkscrew supports that you usually see. But again, this is a more modern arrow looper, so well, the park asked for, they asked Vekoma to use the arrow style track and make it more kind of modern. So, but they wanted to keep that classic arrow look. So here we are. I'm expecting guests in a little bit. So, anyways, but and then you're gonna be here in the backside of the park and you get some. Oh gosh, we're gonna get some beautiful. Let me get into the flying camera. Shots of the. Oh man, look at that! I never even thought about this shot of the wing coaster. And just walking through this area is just mind-blowingly breathtaking, fantastic, everything of all the above. Like, oh, I love this shot right here. Brilliant. What do you guys think? Is that not a brilliant shot right there? Walking over this. And now we got the perimeter fence up over here, so this looks even more complete. Again, we just have a brilliant skyline of rides going on. Oh gosh, I'm inside the bushes, and you get that great view of the Amusement. Kind of looks a weird shape from down here. And of course you got the Giga Coaster in the distance, which you can see like through any point of the park. You can see that. It's incredible. And then when you're just in the plaza for the wing coaster, it's incredible too. That's going to be the sign, which will have the custom image for the logo of the coaster as well. There's all the queue line and the transfer track, which is over the pathway. And we're going to have to touch up on this area a little bit too, as you can see. There's a couple spots here that's just And you got the main entrance area here. Did I leave that there? I thought I deleted that. That American Arrow? I thought I deleted that. Yes, it's the new part of the park. But we got our nice little shops and different facilities through here with a skyline of coasters and rides and attractions. Beautiful. I just like going around this park afterwards and going through seeing all the work that we've done and how much better it looks and how nice it looks. It's great. We can head to this area. Nice little plaza. Get some nice views of the coaster, and then you get the log flume ride. And then the drop tower of doom. Looks great as well. That's the wooden coaster queue line. So when you're over here, you're just laughing at the people saying, haha, you have to wait in that long line. Haha. Will you test the coaster over the walkway, please? Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's see what it looks like. I think it's already running. Is it testing? Oh, I don't have the thing on. Yeah, it is testing. Alright, so we're going to press play here. Where is it at? You're going to want to get some pictures of this. Oh, the wing coaster. Imagine if you had it synced up where you had both rides in the same, and this spot right here. Breathtaking. Oh, there it goes. It's on the lift hill. Goes over that. I forgot where the coaster went. I don't even remember my own design. I think it turns around over there. Yeah, there it goes. Whoa. Oh, and there goes the wing coaster. Oh, it's stuck up there. Awesome. They just want to ride them all. That's what I want to do. Okay, I think that's a great note right here to end it on. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this wonderful episode of Planet Coaster and Arrow Valley as we hit the 2-hour mark. So, not too many more episodes left. We have probably just a couple. I'd say 2 or 3 more, if that. We'll see. It just all depends on where I feel like it's finally stopped. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this, and I will catch you guys next time. Have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. Thanks so much, and